Hello and welcome, everybody. This is a special impromptu live stream done here at the Mikey Sue's Ford channel, along with my beautiful wife, Suzanne, and of course, our two beautiful cats, our daughters, Moonpie and Deja Vu. We welcome you to what is considered history making today. Hello, Opal Maydew. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you, Opal. First in the box is Opal. Thank you, Opal. Okay. Today is history making. 20 years ago today, no, it wasn't Sergeant Pepper taught the band to play. If you're thinking that first, well met, there you go. Beatles reference to Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. However, 20 years ago today, a little known man from YouTube decided to put up a video of some elephants saying they had really, really, really long trunks. It's only 19 seconds long. But that first video was shot today, April 23rd, 2005. And today is the 20th anniversary of YouTube as we know it. And it has gone through so many changes. It was created back in February 14th, which is Valentine's Day for 2005. And then the very first time they put up a video, me at the zoo, this thing has over 355 million views. It has over 17 million likes. And it says Jawed. I can't get, let me take a look at his name again. Okay, his name is Jawed, Jawed. That's just it. And then he has himself. He has over 5.34 million subscribers, 17 million likes, and like I said, over 355.8 million views since April 23rd, 20 years ago. It's just absolutely amazing. It is only 17 seconds long. Yeah, talk about the elephant in the room. And there's Sci-Fi Civ Dan. Welcome, Dan. And he says, hello there, Mikey Sue's 4. Opal says, hope everyone is well. Yeah, and thank you, so that was funny as hell. I just wanted to show this because I saw initially, as soon as the next day appears, on our computer, this big birthday cake that has a big 20 shows up. And I was wondering why that's there. And then I took a look at it and I said, oh, today is when the very first YouTube video premiered 20 years ago. And I was like, wow. And there's been so many videos since then. But like I said, I'm sure you two won't mind if I play this first video. It's only 17 seconds long. So let me just go ahead and play it. Hopefully you folks can hear it. So let me go ahead and hit play. Yeah, it's only 19 seconds long. Okay. And let's see. Yep, I got the volume up. Okay, let's play it.
Alright, so here we are in front of the elephants. Cool thing about these guys is that they have really, really, really long fronts, and that's cool. And that's pretty much all there is to say.
Yeah, congrats, Jawed. Yeah, elephants. Go figure, the very first thing that we get to learn about all those years ago. Wow. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, let me just take that down. Okay, so let's see if I can find me again. There we go. Okay. Yeah. So and Opal is laughing and crying there in the chat. All right, Opal, cool. Yeah, so like I said, I just wanted to put this out there. I'm only going to be here for a couple minutes, but I just wanted to put this out here live. If anybody has something to say, we do have a few minutes. We could share notes or something. If you want me to, I'll just post it in the chat. I'm not going to pin it, like I said, the StreamYard. But if you'd like to come up and talk about that very first video or anything else going on, let me know. Let's see. JPRPH1, Sergeant Pepper taught the band to play. Yes, sir. And let me introduce you to Billy Shears. Right, as we all say. Howdy, folks. John, how you doing? Thank you, John, for being here. Honestly, it's cool to see you, my friend. John Pantoriero. Okay, he's got 3 channels on YouTube, so please, please, please make sure that you do subscribe to all of them. Opal Maydew has a great channel. Sci-Fi Sivdan has 2 channels. Make sure you subscribe to that dude. He's very cool. All right, and she says, "Hey, Opal." Okay. Well, let me give you folks a brief synopsis of where I came from as far as YouTube. And let me go ahead and pull up my Warlord Fade channel. And I just want to show it to you folks real quick. So let me go find that. And it'll take a minute and I'll post it here. Show you when I started. Yeah, let's see here. This is cool. This is a lot of cool memories. There we go. Let's see if we can find my channel there again. There I am. Okay. Yes. All right. Okay. And let's see. Let's go ahead and do the share again. Share the screen. There I am, Warlord Fade. Okay. And let's see. Let's see if I can enlarge this a little bit. Okay. Well, I hope you folks can see it. If not, I can describe exactly what it says to you. Okay. Yeah. Let's make sure we take that off. And I'm glad to see all of you here, of course. Alrighty. All right, folks, let me go ahead and read this to you. So, I joined the YouTube community back on November 30th of 2006. So this year, when we reach that date, it will be 19 years that I've had 2 channels on YouTube, or that have been a part of YouTube. So 19 years. And then next year, of course, will be 20 years. 173 subscribers I have on this very first channel over the period of the last 19 years, and 67 videos, and I have 16,415 views currently. Yeah, this was my very first channel when I started with YouTube. So not too long after the guys there, the creators of actual YouTube, started the year before. So that's actually very cool. Now I know my wife Suzanne was on YouTube way before me, and she was on Facebook way before me, because I didn't join Facebook until March 1st of 2010. That's where I met this beautiful lady. We've been a couple ever since, 15 years. We did have a celebration of that earlier this year, back on March 1st. So that was fantastic. So anyway, that's my very first channel, was Warlord Fade. Yeah, there I am, this handsome guy right there. And back then, let's see. Yeah, let's see. I have it live, full screen. Okay. Okay, so here's what I said about my channel back then. I said God's my number 1 fan. Well, I'm actually the number 1 fan of him. Full-time karaoke singer, part-time karaoke jockey. I'm a 3rd generation fan of the 2010, 2012, and 2014 Major League Baseball World Series champions, the San Francisco Giants. I am a major NBA and WNBA fan, and at that time I said congrats to the 2015-16 NBA champ Golden State Warriors, before my channel was put into hibernation. The Police, I'm a music fan for life. That's an MFFL. Horoscope sign is Virgo with a Libra cusp. I'm an avid collector of magazines, newspapers, and books. My diverse music is, I'm a diverse music styles fan. For 20 years, I've been a singer, a drummer, and a songwriter. My ultimate goal in life is to defeat all forms of cancer. And at that time, I said, please subscribe and have a blessed 2016. At that point, I had 165 subscribers with over 12,000 views. Now, I also did put in the disclaimer that absolutely no copyright infringement is intended on any karaoke videos that I used at the time, and my channel is for free entertainment and instruction enjoyment purposes only. All copyrighted material seen here is used under the Fair Use Act, excuse me, of the United States Code Titles 17 and 107, and is for education, comparison, and criticism only. That's very important to have that, because if you don't, then YouTube does have the right to cancel your account full on at any time. So as I said, right now I'm at 173 subscribers for this channel and 67 videos that I managed to complete before, and I have a big microphone there in my background. So, whereas our wonderful brother Larry, who is of Beers of Adventures, gave us cats for our current channel. So that is so awesome. Okay. And we'll stop sharing that and we'll close this. Okay. And we'll leave that open. All right. Okay, cool. So we're back. All right. So let's see. We've got, as I said so far in the chat, we've got Opal Maydew, we have Sci-Fi Sifdan, and we have JPR PH1, or John, as we all know him. So that's very cool. Very cool. Okay. I'm just going to do this once. So if anybody wants to come on board, remember, we've got to know you. Absolutely have to. And you got to be at least a blue wrenchy, or we won't let you up, because we don't know that many people without wrenches. So, pretty much I've made everybody I can think of as a standard mod, but we got to make sure we have you known to our community. All right. So let me paste that. Okay. So there's the StreamYard link in case you want to come up and say hello. And like I said, we got to know you. Got to have a blue wrenchy. And I will keep that highlighted until we finish the stream. We should be here probably for about 30 minutes, but I think I might stretch to an hour. I'll try to stretch it to an hour. I do know that my friend Raquel SSG is doing her own Divas and Dorks stream right around, I think, 8 o'clock her time, 9 o'clock my time. So still plenty of time, 3 hours, before. Tomorrow, and don't forget my friend Larry and also my friend Gorilla of Gorilla Censored Thoughts. They're doing a simulcast live stream and watch party from the movie Top Secret, which features the late great Val Kilmer. He was Batman for one movie, and it was in Tombstone with Kurt Russell and Bill Paxton, the late Bill Paxton, and Sam Neill. So, yeah. Or, I'm sorry, not Sam Neill. Who was the other guy in that? Wow. Okay, I just forgot who the other cowboy was then in Tombstone. That's all right. I'll figure it out. Or maybe John will know. So, yeah, I mean, we're going to dedicate Top Secret to Val Kilmer tomorrow. Oh, yeah, I love that movie. Yeah, I loved that movie in Willow when I was little. Yeah, Willow with Warwick Davis. Mm-hmm. Great movie. Yeah, Ron Howard directed. I remember. Yeah, medieval times and dragons and yeah. Yeah, good stuff there, Opal. Good that you had that memory. Yeah, that's very cool. Okay, so let's see. Well, let's talk about where I was in the landscape. As I said, there is Miss Connie Clary. Hello, wonderful Connie. Greetings, everyone. She is one of our managing moderators to our channel, so she'll be watching. Don't piss her off, okay? I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. No, she's a wonderful lady, and she has 2 channels on YouTube. This one, and she has Fluff Chick Productions about bird videos, and they're so calming, so much relief there. So make sure you check out both channels of Connie. She's awesome. Yeah. And she says, "Yep." LOL. That's the way, Connie. Uh huh. I like it. Yeah, thank you. Okay. So, like I said, the kind of the landscape back when I was Opal's laughing too. There we go. Back then, in the landscape around, like I said, November 30th of 2006. Um, let's see, how old was I? How old was I back then? I'm almost 60 now. Let's see. Oh, okay. I had just turned 41. I had just turned 41 back in September of that year. And I was looking, okay, I was looking for a platform, something to, put out videos that I found, or just to put myself out there because I was doing karaoke with friends and things like that. It got a little lonely because for like 10 years I was constantly on the move, singing with bands. I sang with the Little River Band and did a whole second set of their music live in a casino type atmosphere, a convention center area there in Arizona, near Scottsdale. And I performed at the venue with a good friend of mine named Bobby Cook and his buddy Danny. It's one of the best venues there in downtown Scottsdale. We performed there live. That was so much fun. We did all of that in a 10-year period. And then all of a sudden, everything just kind of changed. And I could feel the change in the atmosphere, in the overall, scheme of things. And I knew that something was happening. So I looked up, I had just heard about YouTube from a couple of friends of mine back in September of that year in 2006. And I said, maybe I should go ahead and pursue this venue as well. I'm sorry, I need a drink because my voice is like, bleh. Okay, there we go. All right, so getting back to what I said. So anyway, back in September 2006, I said, okay, I got to try this venue, but I got to find out how it works first. And I had a decent computer then, back in Arizona. But I had to leave it behind and dismantle it, give it to my dad, whatever, after this, back in 2017 when we finally moved out and we moved back here to Canada to be with Suzanne, and live here in this place, which is perfectly fine for the four of us. So anyway, talked to some friends and I said, okay, I should try this out. So, like I said, on November 30th, 2006, just a little, 41-year-old guy trying to figure out where to go in the world with his talents that he still had from singing with bands, with groups, with the church choir for 3.5 years, and all the previous songs I had wrote, which probably number about to 5 on my one hand. I wanted to go into the venue, so I did. And I've never looked back since. I've had so much fun on YouTube. Yes, there have been moments because I had a real crappy computer, as you all know, up here. I used one that I was, percolating with or doing whatever with. The first time I got one, being up here in Canada, then I finally found this great Acer one that Suzanne found for me and was fantastic. And it's been good, knock on wood, ever since. So, like I said, I've been present. I've been very happy with YouTube generally. Yes, I was put into what they call YouTube jail for like 30 days one time. It was a previous video I had done with the Beatles, with a Beatles song. It was a karaoke version of a Beatles song called Because. Somebody told me that it had a copyright, and I went against the copyright claim, and it was somebody in Germany who owned the rights to it. And I accidentally impeded. Now I did, like I say, every time I had put down, of course I don't think it's required now because I think YouTube knows what to do, but I had put down that infringement and everything else. I did the same thing, I think, for my current channel, Mike is Who's For. And yeah, I mean, so I was just, I was back then with the Warlord Fade channel, I was wanting to sing this 4-part harmony or 3-part harmony that the Beatles had with the karaoke song. And then I added my voice, and I think it was very cool. Well, for a while, they put me in a little bit of a holding pattern for almost 30 days. But finally, they agreed. They said, no, you're not really stealing it. You're just kind of enhancing it. You're adding to it. So I fought it and I won. I didn't know how long it would take. But then eventually I came across it one day and it was back. And I was like, whoa, Beatles Because. Mikey or Warlord Fade, with Beatles Because harmony. And it was just fantastic. And I was so happy when that happened. Yeah. So, believe me, I was excited. I was excited back then about that. Okay. And JPR says howdy to Connie. And Connie says, yep, howdy, JPR. And I left you a direct message on X Twitter. Okay. X-ray vision from Elon Muskrat, candlelight. I call him Elon Muskrat Love, named after the Captain and Tennille song. Yeah, what a stooge. A trump card stooge if you've ever known one. Yeah. And let's see, we got Anchorman. Here is Scott. Hey, Scott, what's up, bud?
Hello.
Can you hear? Are you okay? Can you hear yourself?
I can hear you.
Oh, fantastic. Great. Well, welcome to the show. Yeah, I'm not here for too long, but I just wanted to see if anyone would come up and give their memories about when they first appeared on the YouTube scene. Did you know today was the 20th anniversary of the very first YouTube video?
I did not know that.
Wow. Yeah, it was.
That's amazing.
20 years ago, yes. Yeah, very cool. So what was okay, so let me ask you, Scott, what were your first memories when you first joined YouTube? What did you think of, the whole YouTube concept, their company, everything like that? And has it been easy for you to make your own video content?
I didn't start making videos till 2019, so I've been doing YouTube for about 5 years.
Cool.
I think
that's awesome.
I think it's like I think this is when COPPA was a thing, where they were trying to say if you're a kids channel, then you'd have to I don't know, you can't have comments or something, and I didn't really understand it at the time.
Right. Yeah, that was kind of my thing too. Was back in the day when I had the first channel, I didn't know what kind of content was going to be offensive to children. That was I think that was probably one of my most worries, was I didn't want to offend anybody under the age of 18. So I was trying to be careful. Whatever I said, whatever I did on any videos I processed, I just wanted to make sure that I didn't offend the, younger people. I was
just worried YouTube was going to go after my channel, but I was pretty tiny.
Right. So 2019. So that was before the big, we don't say it on here, but we can say pandemic thing. Yeah. So that was before that, right? Yeah. 5 years ago. Almost 6 now. Yeah. Almost 6 years for you. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, it has been a long time. Like I said, for me, next year will be, in 2026, will be 20 years for myself that I've had 2 channels on YouTube. Even though one is inactive, it still is being watched by people around the world. And I want to let you know, I have a tip also. If you do create a second channel and one of the other channels ends up becoming inactive like my first one did, just make sure you go there. You don't have to go there every single day, but periodically, maybe every couple of weeks, maybe a month, every month or whatever, at least once. Go there to that channel. Watch the videos again, just kind of peruse them or whatever of the previous content you made. And that way it gets views, it gets likes, and they will in turn, and if you leave a message, if you leave a comment there for the video or whatever, it does give you your watch hours. It helps you build your viewing time, all of that stuff.
Yeah, I use YouTube Studio.
What's that?
I do use YouTube Studio.
You do? Me too.
Mhm.
Yes. Oh yeah, I definitely do. Yes.
I
So it
just
does. Yeah. Go ahead.
I was taking a little break from YouTube because of what's been going on lately.
I know with your life. Yeah, I understand.
I don't know
Well,
how
you know,
long I should go.
yeah. Well, think about it long and hard, because if you do shut down YouTube for yourself, you might regret it. I don't know.
No,
See,
I'm not
I
shutting down the channel. I'm just taking a
oh,
break.
taking a break. Well, that's fine. Real life has more real life, and we've said this in our own communities too. Gorillas has said it. Everybody else has said it. Real life takes more precedence over your actual StreamYard or your YouTube channel, your TikTok, your Discord, your X, anything that you do, Facebook.
Mhm.
Yeah. If you need that time, you take that time.
Yeah.
Nobody should condemn you for wanting to take a break. Suzanne's very supportive of me, obviously, and she says, it's all right, hun. Take a break. Go ahead, but don't forget, you get bored very quickly, and if you're offline from anybody for a while, offline from doing the streams or webcams or anything like that for a while, you get bored. And then when you get bored, you want to come back on again. So,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
kind of how I am right now. I don't
What's
know if
that?
I will upload this week or I'll just do it next week.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
haven't really
I
done
wanted,
any videos all week so far.
sure, sure. I wanted to ask you though, are you still up for our Saturday review of Heir to the Empire? I was going to send you the movie by tomorrow. So,
Sure. I don't think I got anything going on before work.
okay, cool. Yeah, remember we start at 1 p.m. Eastern. So what time is that for you again? I know they just changed it.
Eastern it's 1 p.m., but I usually have to get ready around 2, so I can't stay too long. Maybe an
I
hour is
understand.
probably fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, we only do last about an hour sometimes. Yeah, we
All
don't
right.
go very long. Yeah, remember what we talk about after you've seen the film. All we do is we ask you three things, and we ask people in the chat if they get a chance to see it too. Um,
Yeah, it'll
we
be quick.
just ask what was your favorite scene in the movie? You know, and when you saw it, would you recommend it to others? And then what was your grade? That's pretty much it. It's not a lot. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And then, this weekend, our friend Charlotte, she's not doing anything as far as I know this weekend. Next weekend, she is. Um, she does things every other weekend, every other Saturday and Sunday at 4:05 p.m. Eastern. Is what she does stuff. And I know that our friend Sif Dan, who was in the chat there, he usually co-hosts with us, and then he has his own show that he does from 2 o'clock to around 4 o'clock. Excuse me, 2 to 4 his time Pacific. So that's usually about between 5 to 7 p.m. my time on the Eastern Coast. So yeah. So and then I
Mm-hmm.
co-host him on that. So yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, and I know you can probably watch it on rewatch and stuff. He has good content too, as you guys do. You and Elijah definitely.
Yeah.
Let's catch up on the chat here real quick. It's not too hard there. JPR says thanks, Connie. And Opal says, I was 16 20 years ago. Wow. And now you're 36. Wow, Opal. JP says, America did a cool Muskrat Love recording too. Yes, they did. Yeah, the Group America. I remember that. Yes. Yep, besides Captain and Tennille. Yes. Good call, John. I was just about to say. Connie Clary, welcome, JP. Yes. So, folks, I am so glad to have my dear friend here, Scott Anchorman, to join us today, along with all you wonderful people there in the chat. And yeah, so I was going to say, thinking back then to when the first video came out, uh, it's funny that it was at a zoo. I kept thinking back, what would be a better place to have it at rather than a zoo with a bunch of elephants for 19 seconds. I don't know, man. That's just crazy. Oh, and hey, welcome. Welcome to Rue Gari 21. Hey, what's up, Mickey? Well, Mickey is so fine, and I don't think I blow your mind, but hey, Mickey. Mickey's fine, or Mikey, either way. Doesn't bother me. It's doing great, Rue. We're just talking quickly. My friend over here, Scott, and I were just talking about the very first YouTube video that premiered 20 years ago today, on April 23rd, 2005, about elephants, and it's like by a guy named Jawed or Jawed, Jawed, for 20 seconds, 19 seconds. So yeah, that's just what we're talking about today. I think most people have ignored it, or they just said, "Oh, really? Wow, okay." It's just, yeah. I haven't seen a lot of reaction, but YouTube is really piping it up. They really are, and now some of the news outlets are also talking about it. Today being the very first video, so yeah. And Opal says hello. And also Rue says, "Oh, my bad, Mikey." Oh, please, Rue. It's all right. It's totally cool. And let's see. Let's get you highlighted there, Rue. All right, cool. Yeah. So, all right. So we've got Opal, Sifdan, JPR or John, myself, Connie Cleary, Rue, Gary, and Anchorman. Very cool. Got 7 people. It's awesome. All right. And of course, my beautiful wife, so that makes 8. There you go. Well, so yeah, I just wanted to put this out there and let you folks know that today is a special day in the history of YouTube. And yeah, I mean, like I said, a lot of people are starting to recognize it. I'm sure I'll mention it to Raquel SSG tonight when she does her Divas and Dorks channel live stream. She's going to have her first, she says she'll have her first dork up there tonight. Man. So we'll see how that goes. She's done a couple of previous live streams with the ladies, which aren't too bad, but yeah. And Rue says, yeah, nice. I didn't know that. Yes, sir. Today. Yep. 20 years ago, a guy named Jawed went on there for 19 seconds. Technically 20 seconds, but you know how YouTube removes about a second to clear for it. And he goes on there and talks about elephants for 19 seconds. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, my official affiliation with YouTube started with my very first channel, Warlord Fade, back in November 30th of 2006. And then I started this channel on November 10th, 2017. About little more than 2 months. September, October. Yeah. So a little more than 2 months and two days after we had moved here back to Canada permanently. So, yeah. And John says, I just remembered to leave a like. There you go. Well, John, you're always good about that. Come on. It's always great. So, Scott, if you want to say, how many people have you, how many subs do you have so far for your channel?
I think I have like 480.
480? Dude, you can be monetized after 500.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I'm trying to get 500 subs so I can.
Yeah. Yeah, and Scott, you do know that you have the wrench, so you can go right ahead right now if you want. Post your channel link down there in the chat so everybody can see it. Yeah, please. I want us to yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, I want everybody to know that Anchorman he says about 480 subs. He only needs 20 more to monetization, and he really does need it. I agree with him that he needs it. So please, when he posts that there in the chat, if you have anyone that hasn't subbed his channel yet, please do. Yeah, like, this video today if you like it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to us. Yeah, there you go, Anchorman. Yeah, thank you. Awesome. Yeah, I will highlight it. There we go. Yeah, so there is Anchorman's channel. Please go there. He's only about 20 away to 500 subscribers. Make sure we can get him there so he can start to become eligible for monetization. So thank you. Thank you, Scott, for posting that. I appreciate that. Yeah. And Ruth says, yeah, post the link so I can sub. Yeah, he just did. And yep, let's help him get to the 500 milestone. So totally cool. That's awesome. Connie said I was 34 when YouTube made its presence known in 2005. 34. Connie, are you saying I'm older than you? That's not right. Come on. You should be older, wiser, and more intelligent than me, Connie. Well, at least the more intelligent part is right. But yeah, I should not be the old man here. Please, that's not cool. I don't want to be the old guy. I'm so old and crotchety. Yeah, that's me, all right. Rue says, yep, he just subbed. Cool. Thank you, Rue. Thank you for subbing to Scott's channel. That's awesome. Yeah, please, let's see if we before our hour is up, let's see if we can get at least 10. Let's try for 10 more subs to Scott's channel there. And here, I'll show it again. There is Scott's channel. So make sure you guys get a chance to sub there, please. Yeah, don't forget, when you do subscribe to Scott or anybody in the YouTube community, make sure you hit that button that says all notifications. So from in the future, if you see he's going to be doing a live stream or a webcam or whatever on YouTube, all you have to do, it'll say notify me. Hit that once. It takes less than a millisecond, and it'll say notification on, and I'll let you folks know that you are notified. So then if you're on YouTube and you're signed in and everything, it'll let you know that when his channel's coming live, usually within about a 30-minute time frame. So yeah, it's very cool. Alrighty, let's see. Oh yeah, let's catch up again on the chat here. Getting there. All right, Saru just subbed. Curtis, welcome, and well met. Curtis is our Tired Midnight blogger. Howdy, folks. Welcome, Curtis, brother. Good to see you. And Richard Carr. He stopped by to say congrats, Mikey Suze, and to everybody there in the chat. Thank you, Richard Carr. You're awesome, dude. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your presence. All right, JPR says, hey, Curtis. There's Rube saying, I'm still trying to hit the same milestone. There you go, buddy. JPR says, hey, Richard Carr. Now, remember, folks, as I just reminded Scott, you all have blue wrenches. So make sure you get a chance to post your channel if you haven't yet, so that other people can be aware of it and go sub to you as well. I highly encourage that. I really do. Probably one of the few that do it on YouTube, actually. Gorilla Censored Thoughts, welcome. Hello, brother Gorilla. Hey, how are you, sir? How are you doing today? Alrighty. Yeah, I get to go. You know what? I want to say that I am blessed and honored to be a part of anyone's panel and their channels or being in their chat, because they're special people to me, including Scott here and Elijah, who's Little Blue. And Gorilla is really accommodating. We did a special impromptu, just like this, which we did on Monday for Pope Francis, and that was huge. And I really enjoyed that. We did a cigar lounge that he always does on Tuesday nights, and that was fun too. Even though we got kind of out there frat boy style, and yeah. So hopefully that wasn't taken down, but but hey, Gorilla, it's always a pleasure to see you. Gorilla Censored Thoughts has a fantastic channel. You folks better go there and subscribe to this man, okay? Exactly what it says there. Please go and make sure you subscribe to him. Let's see. Curtis says, howdy, Mikey, Anchorman, Rue, Gary, Opal, JPR, and Connie Cleary. Yes. Now, Curtis Selby, let's tell you about Curtis here real quick. Curtis is a great brother. He lives in Texas, and this man has one of the most polite, political streams that you could ever require of a man of his stature, and he's very well learned and very astute in his talks about politics, about other subjects. Please, if you get any chance at all, go to Curtis Selby. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. He has some good content there, very good content. Also, JPR, hey gorillas, and let's see. Curtis says howdy to Richard Carr. JPR says I was 41. Okay, well, all right, John. So you're only about less than a year older than me. Okay, so hey, this lady over here was 40. Or was she 20? Yeah, back then. So before we met each other. Curtis says hey to Gorilla. Opal says hi, Curtis and Richard. Opal says hi, Gorilla. And hello, Sir Lemon Pie. Good evening, my friend. Welcome, welcome. It's always good to see you, my friend. Yep, Lemon Pie is also, along with Connie, two of our best managing moderators to our channel, along with my beautiful wife, Suzanne. So make sure you say hello to them in future chats. Just pass along your, maybe just tell them you guys are doing, Connie, Lemon, you guys are doing a great job. You take care of our chats, you take care of our friends in a good way. Everything is fine. Yeah, so we appreciate you. Just let them know that, and make sure you go to their channels too, especially Connie's two channels, because she's got some great stuff there, as I mentioned, with that and Fluff Chick Productions. Okay, and Rue says, "What's up, Curtis?" And JPR says, "Good evening to Lemon Pie," and Gorilla says, "I'll be listening from the banks of Loon Creek." Ah, okay, Loon Creek. I've seen loons. Yeah, those are those diving birds. They're a lot of fun, but they have such a weird, cheap. The way that they, talk. Loons like that, birds like that. Yeah, very, very distant. Let's see. Okay, and Lemon says, "I thought he is in Oklahoma." No, no, no. I think that we're talking about. Let's see. Hold on just a second. Okay, Moira Kitty is in Oklahoma. Raquel is in Texas. I know that I believe Curtis Selby is also in Texas. But there was somebody, I know there's somebody else in the community besides Moira that's in Oklahoma, but I'm not sure who it is. But Lemon, you're on top of this. Come on. You could tell us. I know you're in Texas, Lemon. I know you're there. Opal says hi, Lemon. And Lemon says hi, Mikey. Hi, chat. And Lemon says hey to Gorilla, JPR, Opal, Connie, and Curtis. And Gorilla says hey, Skirty. And Gorilla says false info, Mikey. Curtis is from Oklahoma. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. Okay. Call me fake news then. Sorry about that, Curtis. I really all this time thought you were in Texas, but no, you're in Oklahoma, along with Moira. Okay. All right, sir. Well, thank you and well met. Yes, Curtis is the voice of Northern Oklahoma. John, thank you. Yes. Look at my bald head. Feel the brain stem in my head, okay? It has its moments. It has brain farts, okay? I'm turning 60 for cripe's sake, okay? Jeez. People get sensitive. Just kidding. I know. You guys are a bunch of laughs. You and the ladies, always a bunch of fun. All right. Let's see. So Scott, when's your next event? When are you planning something?
Like a live stream?
Yes, sir. When are you planning your next live stream?
I go on a walk or something. Maybe I'll do a little live stream, or I think maybe I'll try to do a live stream with Deadpool and Wolverine, because I'm almost done with my 2020 for movie reviews, all the movies I saw that year.
Yeah,
Maybe I could
cool.
glue on.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, there's a lot of movies coming out this year for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna. Yeah, we've already got Suzanne and I. We've already got plans to see uh, Thunderbolts. We do want to see Superman. There is going to be a Final Destination 6 Bloodlines. We're going to go see that for sure. Um, Toxic Avenger looks good in August. I don't mind going to see that. Fantastic Four is going to come out in the fall, I believe, with Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom. I'm anxious to see it. I'm kind of kind of hoping for a decent movie. I know a lot of people will probably say it's going to be crap, but you know, I just want to be able to judge for myself to see it.
Um,
And Gorilla says, "Hey Curtis, thank you, Gorilla."
I'm seeing.
Yeah, and then I'm sorry. Go ahead, Scott.
I'm seeing Revenge of the Sith with two friends of mine next week.
Oh, is that the Revenge of the Sith? Is that the 20th anniversary of that prequel film?
Yes.
Wow, cool. Are you seeing it in high definition? Are you seeing it in an IMAX theater or?
I think so.
Nice. Would you do me a favor when you've seen it? If you get a chance, and and we're working together as we always do on our Star Trek or Star Wars fan film we do on Saturday afternoons. Let me know what you thought of the film, okay? In the IMAX format.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be awesome. I would appreciate if you let us know what that was like. Yeah, I own the film, so I have it in the special edition DVD. Where Lucas added some extra scenes and stuff to it. We have those 4 or 3. I've been trying to get the prequels. I'm not sure where they're located right now, and I'm wary about getting the sequels 7, 8, and 9, but I might just so I can have the whole collection. I do have. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I already have all the Star Wars movies on Blu-ray and DVD.
Nice. Yeah. Awesome.
Well, I
Yeah.
just
I've been.
those
Yeah.
movies on DVD. I don't have the movie, but I do have the all 9 movies.
Yeah, because if you like I said, make sure there are 2 types of Clone Wars movies animated that are available. But if you can, try to get the Tartakovsky one, the guy that created originally Samurai Jack.
Yeah, I've been wanting to find that at the exchange store I go to.
Yes, because it's great. I mean, it's a perfect filler between episodes 2 and 3.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah,
It really is.
Blue. It was our first review together.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And do you own the Star Wars stories? Like we own Solo, but we haven't been able to find Rogue One.
I have Rogue One and Solo.
You got them both?
Yep.
Wow. I'm jealous of you already.
Yeah.
Because those are great. I like them both. Especially with Rogue One, where Vader comes in and starts killing everybody to try to get to the plans, and it's just by the nick of time that one of them gets the plans through the door and then runs to the the Tantive 4, which is the name of the ship that Leia was flying to go back to Alderaan. So yeah, very cool. Tantive 4. Some people didn't know that. It's true.
My mom cried during that scene.
Yeah, very, very cool. And let's see. Where are we at here? Oh boy, we need to catch up on the chat one last time. Alrighty, so we've got Gorilla saying, "Hey Opal," and Gorilla says, "Hey JPR," and Curtis says, "Thank you, Mikey." No, I am in Oklahoma. Texas is cool though. Cool too though. Yeah, I'm so sorry, brother Curtis. I mislabeled where you were, so I apologize. I really do. But it's good to know you're in Oklahoma. I lived in Oklahoma myself for over a year. It was interesting. And I had my share of tornadoes. So, yes, I knew what that was like. Howdy, Opal Maydew and Lemon Pie from Curtis. He says, hail and well met. Gorilla's Censored Thoughts. John says, just plugging Curtis's Sunday stream. Awesome, sir. Thank you. Lemon says it was either that or he starts in Oklahoma the musical, or he starts. Yeah, Lemon, exactly. There's Curtis's channel. Awesome. My friend, thank you for posting your own channel there in the link. Thank you so much. Lemon there. Hi, Scott. And Curtis says, thanks, JPR, or thanks, John. And thanks, Lemon Pie and Gorilla. And of course, yeah, Toxic Avenger, Brother Curtis. It's coming out August 29th. The first trailer has dropped, and it looks pretty good. I have to say, though, Peter Dinklage playing the Toxic Avenger, being such a short guy as he is, short person, I don't know. but I do like the fact that Kevin Bacon plays a villain in this. So there's that. So we'll see how that goes. Connie says, hey, to Curtis Selby. And hey, Gorilla. Also, Opal says, I wish I had seen Avatar IMAX. Yeah, me too. We own both, though. We have the advanced edition of Avatar and The Way of Water, the sequel. So we do own both films here in our location. Opal says, where do you prefer to buy movies, Mikey? If you could find some secondhand bookstores, Opal, I know they're rare, few, far in between, but if you can find any locations around your local area, try to find those, because usually that's where you're going to find some used DVDs, some used, maybe a used Blu-ray or two. We have a place here called Variety Village, and well, it's sort of known as Variety Village, but we have a place there that has these used DVDs, used furniture, things like that. Probably one of the last places here in the Toronto area, in the GTA, we call it. And yeah, that's usually where we get stuff if it's available. Yeah, there's a few things. I've been looking for the movie Never Say Never Again. It's the Bond film that most people considered, it was the very last Sean Connery film, and it was the film that most people considered non-canon up until a few years ago. And I'm a part of the worldwide James Bond fan club. And we heard rumors that both Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson, the co-owners of the franchise, were going to officially consider it canon if they received enough votes. They asked a lot of people. And it finally came through, and they said, yes, Never Say Never Again is a canonical Bond film. It is part of the James Bond universe. So I was very happy to hear that. And Curtis, that, yes, John. And Opal says, I live in Arkansas, but I want to visit Oklahoma. Oh, cool. Yeah, Opal, that's awesome. Arkansas. Yeah, Little Rock, right? Anywhere near there? Mm-hmm. Cool, yeah. And Connie says, hey to Opal. And John says, link doesn't go to your channel for me, Curtis. Okay. And Matt Arnold. Hello, everyone. Welcome, Matt. Good to see you. Matt's cool. He's down there in Georgia land. And he plays guitar with a band and does some cool content of his own. So check out Matt Arnold's channel. Welcome, Matt. And yeah, Curtis Elwood goes, oh, Oklahoma come sweeping down the plain. Yeah. And Opal Me Too says, hi, Connie. John says hello to Matt Arnold. And of course, Gorilla says, hey, Connie. And okay. Here is Connie Cleary's first channel. And I'll highlight that too. Thank you, Connie. So make sure you all go there too if you want to get a chance to sub that channel as well, as long as it's still there. And Curtis says, does this one work? Well, yes, it can work too. So Curtis, we can use that as well. I will highlight that for you. John says yes. Yeah. And Curtis says, huzzah. And John says that one worked. Yes. And there's Connie Cleary's second channel. So we'll highlight that too. Thank you, Connie. And that's her Fluff Chick Productions, her calming period, I call it, YouTube channel. So make sure you go there and watch some birds fly. And I know she's looking for me specially 2 red cardinals. And if she can find them, I said, hey, I'm gonna go there personally, download it myself, put it into my personal playlist. Yeah, I definitely want to do that because I love red cardinals. They're my favorite birds. Connie says, yes, Curtis. And Opal says, I was born in Little Rock, but now I'm in the lower part. Oh, okay. Very cool. And yep, Connie's still looking. It's fine, Connie. Just take your time. Take your time, sweetheart. Just, keep looking, whatever you can find. Like I said, once you're friends with me on Facebook too. And that's important. I do want to emphasize that. Scott knows this well as well. Please be my friend on Facebook. Okay, it means the world because if I do have you on Facebook, I know that you're a very good friend, that you trust me, I trust you, and if I ever need you, to become a part of one of our panels in the future to talk about things and stuff like Scott is here now, which I'm very glad about. Yeah, please, I can send you the link from now on. This StreamYard link down there to you in Facebook to your messenger. It's encrypted, it's covered, it's cool. And you just, I let you know when I come online, when I come on live, and then I just go ahead and send you that link. Or, like I said, occasionally I'll do it here in the chat if you guys get a chance to look at it. But as I said, make sure that, we're friends. Make sure that you're a blue Renchi, okay? That you haven't just started yet. But we do appreciate you just starting if you become a new subscriber. We do appreciate that. But we do have to give you some time. And please, 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 even if you don't have any content on your channel, as long as you do have subscribers, that means the world too. Because then if people consider you as a member of the community, they'll give you subscriptions and they'll send them your way. And you know what? Even if you don't feel like posting videos or things to your YouTube channel, you can post playlists. And that is what, and these are your special libraries of videos that you put together from what you've seen on YouTube. And it can be music, it can be film, it can be TV, bits, anything like that. And our brother, Pleasant Valley Picker, who's also known as PvP, he lives over there in British Columbia, Canada. He's got a number of playlists with great music on it. Canadian music, some American, some other stuff, but great music. So make sure you go there because he does have good content as well. And Connie says, I know. Cool. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Wow. All right. So let's start wrapping up our stream here. Again, I want to thank Anchorman, also known as Scott, for being here, being a part of our illustrious panel today, the two of us, for this brief, impromptu, last-minute kind of stream. But I wanted to acknowledge that today is the 20th anniversary of the very first YouTube video, and I just wanted to put it out there. And I want to make sure how many people would come to visit, and we're both very well surprised. So thank you to the community for being here. And Opal says, I'll add you on Facebook. I'd add you. Thank you so much, Opal. Please do. Yeah. If you need to, ask Gorilla, ask any of them what name it's under. It should be under Michael R. Fournier. Now, be careful. There are 2 of us on Facebook. So the one that should be there would have me and Suzanne on it, or it would have one of our symbols. It might. I don't know if it'll have the chili moose symbol. It might. Let me take a look at my Facebook. Hold on just a second. I can tell you right away. Hold on. Let's sign on to it here real quick. Yeah, I am not a robot. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right, so let's take a look here. Yeah. Go to my my home channel. Okay, so it has my picture. It has this picture. Hold on a second. I'll share it to everybody. So just to give you an idea. Here we go. All right, and let me increase it here a little bit. Okay, so this is my Facebook channel, and that has my Hawaiian picture there in the front, Opal. So if you get a chance, add me as a friend there on Facebook, and I will immediately confirm your picture and everything there, and then I'll add you to my Facebook friends list. I have 265 friends there, so yeah, I just wanted to let you know that's what the channel looks like, and of course this symbol right there. So yeah, don't worry, it's not a phallic symbol. It's actually meant for plugging myself into the world. It's like a big plug thing. Yeah, it's kind of cool though. I like it. Okay. All right, there we are. Okay. Alrighty. Yes, ma'am. I am in a town called Scarborough, which is outside of the GTA, which is known as the Greater Toronto Area, up here in the province of Ontario. We border actually near Lake Ontario ourselves, where our suburbs are. Yeah. So yes, please. Yeah, we're in Canada there. Okay. All right, so let's go through the people we've seen today. First of all, Opal made you. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure that everybody I introduce here for being a part of our channel today gets subscriptions to their channels. And make sure you go and subscribe. Also, we had Sci-Fi Sif Dan who popped in. Thank you, Sif Dan. Sif Dan, along with my wonderful friend here, Scott, does help us occasionally on weekends when we do our Star Trek and Star Wars fan films. This week, of course, is Star Wars fan film known as Heir to the Empire, and that will be premiering on April 26th. Yeah, this coming Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. And I will send out copies to our special panelists that we have set up for that by Thursday night, hopefully by at the very latest Friday. But I do make sure I get it to them in enough time so they can watch it, and then we can just do a quick review of it on Saturday afternoon. Also, Sif Dan has his own particular show on Friday nights after Gorilla's stream, and he also has another show that he does alongside me. Usually, after I'm done with mine, he does his, and it's a nice sci-fi show. Talks about different subjects involving the sci-fi community, and that usually runs between 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. his time on the Pacific Coast, and for me, it's 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. on my East Coast time. So that's usually on Saturday afternoons. And we also have John, who is one of our, also known as JPRPH1. He has 3 channels. Make sure you subscribe to all 3. John is a great supporter of our channels. And there's this guy. And then Connie Cleary, the bird woman of YouTube, we fondly call her. She has 2 channels, this and Fluff Chick Productions. Make sure you go there to each channel. And then Rugari21, he's best friends with a guy I know as Parkinsip. He's also friends with JJQ, Isabel, among others. And of course, our best friend Larry, who is Be Yourself Adventures. Make sure you go to Rugari's channel and subscribe to him, as well as to all of his other friends. It would be most appreciated. And there is Scott's channel. Make sure you go there. He is Anchor Conholio. Make sure you go there and subscribe to his channel and to all his cute content. Make sure you hit the like button. He's got some great stuff there, along with, like I said, our friend Elijah, who's also known as Little Blue. And he comes up here occasionally also on our Saturday afternoon shows with the fan films. So make sure you endorse him as well. And Curtis Selby, our tired midnight blogger who works on the road, but he's a great guy. Make sure you guys and gals all go to his channel and subscribe to him. We have Richard Carr Sr. Thank you, Richard Carr, for being here. I know he has a channel. Please go there and subscribe as well. Gorilla Censored Thoughts. Like we said, he does watch parties on the weekends, on Sundays. He does his Walton streams on Friday nights. He does his cigar lounge on Tuesdays. He does some watch parties on Thursday nights as well. Please, please, please make sure you go to Gorilla's channel and subscribe. He has over 1,000 subscribers. So let's get him some monetization too, some more. All right. Lemon Pie. He is our one of our 2 managing moderators, along with Miss Connie Cleary. Please, welcome them into your hearts. They're wonderful people. Both they take care of our channel here as main mods, including my beautiful wife Suzanne, who's their boss. But when my Suzanne is preoccupied or doing other stuff for us, Connie and Lemon will take care of your channel, and they take care of us. So please be nice to both of them. And there's Curtis Selby's channel. Please go there to make sure you subscribe. Matt Arnold, he has got his own channel. He's got some wonderful content there, some podcasts he's done with friends. Matt's pods and so on. Please make sure you go and represent him and subscribe to his channel. There is Connie Clary's very first channel. And there's your Tired Midnight Blocker connection again. Yes, it does work, Curtis. And there is also Connie Clary's second channel. Alrighty. Yeah, go ahead, Scott.
Can I ask you something random?
Sure.
Would you judge me what if I told you I may have autism? Like, would you judge me for that?
Not at all.
You wouldn't?
No, not at all. In fact, autistic people are some of my best friends. It's honest to God truth. And no, it's true. It's true. I mean, I knew a lot. I knew a few autistic people growing up in school. To me, they're just as intelligent, just as compassionate, and just as loving and forgiving as any other regular human being that may not suffer from it. Yeah.
It's like,
no, I don't judge you at all. No. Why would you think that, sir? I was
in a counselor session, and they were kind of asking if I would like to be tested for it.
Sure.
And I just said, I'm not sure. And like,
well, if you're really worried, do it, Scott. But if you're not, don't worry about it then.
It's like a friend. I cut off a friend because she was being mean to me, saying I was autistic, like in a bad way.
Oh,
because she was like saying she didn't want to. She was distancing herself from me because she believes that.
Yeah, that's not cool. Yeah. I understand. No, I have a form of Asperger's syndrome, and back when I was your age, I was diagnosed with that. Mm-hmm. And my parents, my dad to this day regrets that he didn't take me in to get further testing, because it was weird. It took one of my neighbors that we knew really well. I won't say her name, but it took one of our neighbors we knew at the time, back when I was living in the early days in Arizona. And she diagnosed it right away. She knew how to work with special needs kids. And that's what I should have been regarded as back then, but it never turned out that way. But see, I mean, I turned out just fine, Yeah. I have my issues, but I turned out fine.
I have a lot of anxiety and ADHD.
Well, my brother has some ADHD, so it's brother. It's no different than my own brother. But I love him. I love him to death, and I love you, dude. So come on, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Never worry about that with me and Suzanne. We're very accepting of a lot of special needs people. We really are. We're not bad people. We're good people.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Oh, absolutely. You're wonderful, dude. You help me out a lot on the Saturdays. Like I said, when I do the fan films, you really do it. And you're very knowledgeable. And please pass this along to Elijah as well, okay? Your friend Elijah, if you guys are still friends. You two wonderful gentlemen really help me out a lot. Sif Dan does too. Jay Aldridge, our buddy there. And I'm going to get PvP to join us too. In some of these future shows we got coming up. And I just, you guys are wonderful. I mean, if I didn't have you guys, it's like I've always said to people here, if we didn't have you guys and gals, we'd be nothing. This channel would not exist. So because we have special people like yourselves, we get good content, we get good channel people. I mean, it's just fascinating. It's amazing. It really is. And I feel God blessed. I feel God blessed every day. I do. That I can do this, because I'm in retirement now. I have type 2 diabetes. I can't walk well. I can't get around well, but this is something I can do and I can pass along the message of the Lord whenever possible and not be chastised for it, which I really enjoy. And I can get that out there and say, hey, there is a God and he cares about you. And it doesn't matter what you are, what you do, what you're like, anything like that. Doesn't matter if your creed, race, whatever, God is there for you and will always be there for you. And you just never have to forget that. Never forget it. I mean, that's the beauty of life, is knowing that you're being guided in a right way and that you care about others. That's all he asks. Just care for others like his son Jesus Christ did when he was on this earth. That's all he asks.
Yeah.
Be Christ-like.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, my friend. Very welcome.
I just like to say,
yeah.
I don't want to come off as saying autism is bad. I don't think it's bad. I just feel sad that my friend threw me under the bus because she would just say that.
You know what? All you do, my friend, all you need to do is pray for her soul. Okay? Don't hate her. Just say, I pray for your soul. I'm sorry you don't understand me as a person overall. I'm sorry you don't get it, but I will be praying for you. You know, that drives people nuts. You know, they may think they're being hated by you, but in fact, they're not. They're just praying for your soul. And there's a certain person we all know in our community that I banned, that I did because I gave this person 3 chances, and I banned them for personal reasons. And I won't say his name at all, but I want to say I am praying for your soul. I know you've forgiven me, and I accept that. But at the same time, that's just where we are. So, you know, I mean, and it is what it is. That's what I always say. Opal says, okay, I messaged. Have a good one. Thank you, Opal. Connie says, thank you. And Gorilla says, I need 135 hours for ad revenue. Okay, so let's make sure we get Gorilla's censored thoughts, his hours, his watch hours he needs, so he can receive some monetary help because he needs it. Curtis says, my son has autism. Yes. So, Curtis, if you ever get a chance to join us on a future stream and you would love to talk to people about what autism is like and if you want to have Scott join you on the panel for that, because he's been about that, make sure you let him know, okay? Scott is also available on Facebook. So, and I can pass you along his website and Facebook so you can talk to him if you want, Curtis. That would be much appreciated. Opal says, I judge you as a cool guy, Anchor. There you go. Opal loves you. And, excuse me, John says, okay, I'll hit it, Gorillas. Curtis says, no judgment. Absolutely not. Curtis says, nothing to be worried about. It has some good qualities, though. Yes. And everyone is different. Opal's right. And Connie Clary says, thank you, Mike. I'm heading out. I need to get ready for my movie night. There you go, Connie. All righty. Your movie night. Okay, so with that, I just want to go ahead and do a quick prayer. So, as we say, Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, dear Lord, thank you for this wonderful thing we call social media. I want to thank Connie Clary and everybody, and Curtis, and Opal, and John, and Gorilla, and Richard, and our friend there. Let's see. Yes. Okay. Yes. So I want to thank Opal, Sci-Fi Sif Dan, John, Connie, Sir Lemon, Rugari, Anchorman, of course, being here a part of the panel today. Thank you again, Scott, for that. Richard Carr, Gorilla, Curtis, Matt Arnold, everybody we saw today here in the chat. Oh, come on, Gorilla, you do not. And Curtis says, cool. And Opal says, well, I got to get up at 1:30 in the morning. I am heading to bed. Rest. Y'all be safe. Thank you, Opal. You too, sweetie. Take care of yourself. And thank you for what you said there. And also, Gorilla says, I judge everyone. Well, yeah, but in a good way. Come on, Gorilla. Oh, boy. He's a good guy, though. He really is. Okay. So with everyone here, Lord, please watch over their families, watch over their friends and relatives, everybody we know through Facebook, through YouTube, X-Ray, TikTok, everything that we know. And please watch over them all. And in your name, we ask this for them, Lord. Amen and amen. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here. I am, like I said, I hope you enjoyed this impromptu live stream that the most gracious Scott was able to join me for to talk about the very first YouTube, which came out 20 years ago today, on April 23rd, 2005, a 19-second video which changed the world and made everybody become a little more, hopefully a little more closer to one another. Well, at least we hope so. As, of course, the wonderful Gene Siskel back in the day from Siskel and Ebert at the Movies said, the aisle is now closed. Also, Larry, my best friend on his own Be Yourself Adventures, says, always be yourself. My beautiful wife, Suzanne, says, leave everything in God's hands. That's what you should do. It'll help you. It really will. And the power of prayer is huge. So make sure you do lots of prayers every day if you can. Just to yourself. 5 seconds. That's all it takes. And don't forget, also, I always say, always expect the unexpected. Everybody and everywhere, all at once. Don't forget, tomorrow we have our 2 episodes of The A-Team, which is my favorite show of all time and favorite TV show. And we have 2 reviews of 2 episodes from that. And then, of course, I'll be there for the watch party on this coming Thursday, being there for my friend Larry as he's showing Top Secret. And Gorilla will be there to simulcast, so that should be a lot of fun. Oh, and tonight, don't forget, Raquel SSG 2211 is doing her Divas and Dorks live stream later on this evening. I think it's going to be around 8 o'clock her time, Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. You'll have to look up for it in YouTube, but it's under Raquel SSG 2211. So make sure you check that out as well. All right. So remember, God bless America. God bless Canada. God bless everybody around the world that we live in. It's one world. It's one time we have it. Make sure you take care of it. And don't forget, peace from Mikey Suze 4, from my beloved Suzanne, our 2 beloved fur babies, Moonpie and Deja Vu, and on behalf of Scott here, who's joined me on the panel. We love you guys and gals. Take care of yourselves. Remember, it all started with a 19-second video about elephants 20 years ago. So think about that for a moment, okay? We'll say goodbye to everyone, and we're headed out. And like I said, we'll see you tomorrow on the webcam, and then on Saturday, Scott will join me along with a few select panelists, some of our best friends, as we talk about the next Star Wars fan film, Heir to the Empire. So until then, hey, leave a spot open for your heart. Your heart is a big place. Leave it open for someone you care about and make sure they know that. All right, take care. We'll see you next time. And God bless.